Let's go.
So we're in.
Glengarth St. Catherine.
Yes.
And this will be the new grounds for the Fire Carriers Ministry. It might not look like a lot right now, but
Yeah.
trust me, we have put a lot of work in and we are continuing to put a lot of work in.
Yes.
This is just the back of, not the back of the land, but the back of where we stopped with the tractors.
Okay.
If you can come here, I can show you. The property extends all the way down to where you can see that clear passage.
Oh wow.
Yes, so it's much bigger than it looks. So this is not the biggest part of the property, it is actually the smaller part of the property. The intent is that when we bring this down, we'll have a flat, or at least a slope that we can just walk right down to the spring. So if you come, I'll show you the back, where it ends
Okay.
with the other property next door. So the intent was to actually build a wall all the way here, but if you can look down, you'll see there's still a massive slope. So the intent is that we are in the process of getting this thing down, where all this dirt you see here will be dumped behind me, and then we'll have somewhat of a flat surface. The wall was supposed to go all the way from here all the way around. The wall is going to be too expensive, and plus we would also need a retaining wall on that side. So when we did our calculations, we realized that it makes more sense to just bring the whole thing down. We'd have more space and it would actually cost less money. It is actually a very productive land. If you look, you see cocoa trees. We call them chocolate trees here in Jamaica. Those are cocoa trees. You will see palm trees. You will see breadfruit trees. As you see coconut trees there to your left, and a few coconut trees around. We have more coconut trees further down. If you look, we have what we call a nutmeg tree right there.
Oh wow.
Another nutmeg tree over there. We have avocado trees. We have a whole lot of different fruit and vegetables and different, well, not vegetables, but fruit trees on the property. Now let me see if I can walk around and show you the top of the property. As you can see, there are mango trees at the top. We might lose these mango trees in the process of bringing the land down, but there are more mango trees in the property and they can be replanted. If you look there, you'll see the Jamaican apples. We call them Otaito. If that's not the correct pronunciation, you can blame these guys for it. All right, so this is what I was telling you about. So we would have had to bring the wall all the way around here, which made no sense because when we did the calculation for the wall itself, it was too expensive. Then we found out that if we did a wall here to stop this breakage, we would have needed a side wall also, and all that would have been wasted. So the intent is to bring everything that you see, including the slope, down to the level there that we're actually standing. So everything, so all that dirt you see is going to go right there, and that's going to be used to fill that void, or that slope you see presently. All right, let's walk up. I'll show you what it looks like on the top. Trust me, it was not always like this. There was a time when that was like a high mountain. That's the reason we're so confident that we can get this down, because we did exactly that at the top here before. All right, a little bit of a slope. Take a deep breath and a few steps. It's a nice country setting. It's a perfect getaway. We have rivers around, we have streams around. So this is where we are presently in terms of the progress we have made. So if you see, it's a really nice wide space. The intent is to bring this all down. If you can look at that level there, we're going to be starting from that point. And once we start from that point, we're going to bring this all down, and then it will go straight down to the river. You might be wondering what are these stones about. When all this is pushed to prevent all this dirt from going into the stream and blocking up the stream, we're going to be making a retaining wall at the back of this property. And the intent is to use these stones to create the retaining wall, and by doing so, that will stop the landslide for the future, and we will have nice fresh drinking water. Alright, let me show you the... So what we looked at before was showing you where the wall should have been built and where the end of the property is. Those are some of our members in the church. We have plumbers, we have contractors, and these men are actually coming in and they are giving us their services. If you can look towards this direction, then I will show you. This land is coming from the height of that light post, higher than this.
Mm-hmm.
But now we are actually this low down, and I'm fully convinced that we can take it even further. We will be connected to the grid on this system in terms of light or electricity, but we will be getting our water from the source of the spring that is on the property. See, one of the inspirations that I have is that I was reading or studying some of the generals, some of the men and the women of God that actually serve the kingdom. And one of the guys that impressed me was John G. Lake, and I can't remember exactly the city that he was located in the United States, but they had what you call prayer rooms that were free. And people came from around the world and all over the country. And as a matter of fact, his city was actually named as the most healthy city, or the healthiest city in the entire state, because of the healing works that God was using them to do. If we can replicate this, then people can come from all over and we will be able to facilitate them. We want to have a sanctuary here. We want to have what you call, let's call it a retreat. Let's call it a retreat center where people can come from all over and actually be here. And once you have a retreat center, then what will happen is that people can come, they will be accommodated. We will provide the basic necessities. So if we can have accommodations, we will have a place that they can come and meet. We will have the sanctuary. We will have a whole bunch of stuff. It's all in my mind and it's all written on paper. So we will present to you exactly what the intent is, not just verbally, but actually in the form of different plans and drawings and things like that. I am not the best at explaining, but trust me, the vision is a big one, but I am 100% sure that it can be achieved. With your help, your well-needed help, I know we can achieve this. Everyone that's watching, come on, let's be a part of this. My salute to you. God bless you. Let's make this happen. Fire Carriers is ready to go.